If you're trying to be an artist, you don't need to go to college. I'm gonna get right to it. I was featured on Yahoo Finance, and let's read this article. With a mounting debt of $100,000 on his shoulders, threatening to tear his dreams away as a 19-year-old who had nothing but his talents to lean on to move ahead through the tough days. I'm just gonna give a brief summary of this. No, you do not need college to be a musician, to be an artist. This is 2024. Okay. There are a lot of other tools to help you grow as a full-time artist, as a full-time musician. I've been through it. You guys can look me up here. And I just want to tell you guys about college in general. I'm an entrepreneur. I started off as a artist who couldn't get a job because the only job I had was when I was 17 on my way to college. And that was for 3 to 4 months. Okay. I didn't have any job experience after leaving college with $100,000 worth of student loan debt, trying to get a job. Nobody wanted to hire me. I had no work experience. I'm 19 years old with no work experience. Nobody's trying to hire me. This is 2012. And I'm just like, man, what am I supposed to do? So I started selling CDs. I had an album at the time. I was a professional drummer. I was doing gigs. And then I got into heavy into marketing, which is what I do now as a life path and just an entrepreneurship company that I run. I learned that marketing is the key to whatever you're trying to do. What college is doing is making people believe that you need an institution to tell you what to do instead of getting out there and learning the skill. Now, there are certain skills that are locked behind that they gatekeep, like being a doctor, being a lawyer, certain things like that. They gatekeep a lot of that stuff. So you cannot even specifically even go to any other place to get that knowledge. Okay. But music, you have YouTube, you have us, Mic Check Global. If you're trying to grow a fan base, like you can't go to a music school and be like, how can I grow my fan base? They're not going to teach you that. Even marketing. If you go to any college, they're not teaching you TikTok marketing. They're not teaching you social media marketing. They just now probably introducing some social media marketing courses, but they can't teach you how to be an entrepreneur. You have to learn that from the horse's mouth. You have to understand, okay, who can I talk to that has made money in this field, especially music? Even in business, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you can't go to college to be an entrepreneur. Some people say you can. I don't agree with that because where are you going to get the firsthand experience to do that? And then this article, I had my own conference talking to people about entrepreneurship, talking about what it is you need to do, talking about all these different type of things. If you go to our website here and click on the About section of the website, you can see this particular podcast about how Mic Check Global started. And it wasn't easy, okay? It wasn't a course that you can just have that is at a college. And I'm not a guru, which I call gurus that sell courses. I have mentorships. I talk to people on the phone. Okay. I don't just send you a course and let you just go off and just watch the videos and we don't have a back and forth. No, I mentor people. That's what you need if you're trying to be an entrepreneur. I haven't had a job since I was 17. I am 31. I have not had a job since I was 17 years old, a W-2, since I was 17 years old. Look at my eyes. Am I lying? No, I'm not. I have not had a job since I was 17 years old at Dollar Tree. And I was fired because they didn't teach me what to do with checks. So I'm in I was supposed to be straightening up the aisles by putting stuff back where they need to go. They wanted me to go to the register, and it's fast. It's a dollar store. It's really, really quick. I'm thinking about music. I'm thinking about college. I'm thinking about gigging. I'm thinking about other things than just doing the cashier work. Okay. So suddenly somebody hands me a check one day. And on top of that, I was working like 1 day a week, 2, 3 days a week. It wasn't even nothing too crazy. And on top of that, I was making like $100 a week at playing at a church. So if I'm making $100 a week at a church, and if I work at that time 3 days a week, 3 or 4 days a week, I probably would make $100 part time. So I figure if I do a church service and do rehearsal, that's about 6 hours. So in 6 hours, I make $100. So I was already figuring out the amount of money that I can make as an entrepreneur. So when it comes to the check that I got, the lady gave me a check for paying for groceries. This is 2010. Okay. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do with the check. And I just gave it back. And it was worth $75. And they fired me. And I'm like, nobody trained me on what to do with a check. I'm like, she gave me a check. I don't know what to do with a check. Like everybody was doing cash and debit. And she handed me a check. And I'm like, and I didn't know what to do with it. And they fired me. And I was like, well, I'm only working 1 day a week anyways, part-time. I'm about to go to college. I'm about to go to a college and turn up, not knowing that ain't finna happen. I'm finna struggle going to the college. But the moral of the story is college is not going to teach you what's going to happen once you get to, in the real world. And when you have to actually know how to network and you have to know how to market yourself so you can get to the next level, they're not going to teach you that stuff. Okay? You have to learn from somebody who's been there and done it. Okay? I have been in situations where if I don't make a sale, I don't eat today. I've been in situations where if I don't apply myself and stay on top of the things that I need to do, I'm not going to eat that day. This is going to happen. If I don't get a sale, this right here going to happen. This right here going to happen. These going to turn off. You can't talk to somebody who is a part-time entrepreneur if you're trying to be a full-time entrepreneur. You got to learn what it is from talking to a full-time entrepreneur. This is not a side hustle for me. Okay, Mike Check Global has been around for 10 years. You guys can see that. Let's go to my YouTube channel. I'm on my YouTube channel right now. I'm going to prove it right now. Let's go to oldest. What does that say? What does that say? It says 10 years ago. I started Mike Check Global 10 years ago just interviewing people. Just interviewing people. Okay? My story is deep. But you got to understand that if you are going to want to get to the next level and the next stage, you're going to have some advice. You're going to have somebody in your corner telling you something. And that's what we're here for. So if you want to make that leap of faith and you want to do something different, shoot me a DM. Let's talk about it. If you want to get a consultation, let's do the consultation. If you want to go right to getting the service, let's get to the service and let's make it happen. Business consultations, just hit me up if you want to become an entrepreneur. If you have an idea, I can help you out. Just shoot me that DM. Let's get started. Peace.